Investigation of an epidemic. Now, epidemic is sudden increase in number of cases of a disease, and normally it was not expected in the defined population or any geographical area or a seasonal disease, but it is uh, a sudden increase in a disease. So it is signaling a disruption in the balance between agent, host, and environment, and therefore it requires the urgent public health action. So how do we investigate an epidemic? So we there are some goals, like we have to define the scope and scale of an outbreak in terms of time, place, and people. We have to identify the causes and contributing factors behind that epidemic. We have to assess the transmission dynamics, source of infection, and we have to recommend evidence-based control measures and prevent the future outbreaks. So what are the phases in this investigation? We have 10 phases, like verification of diagnosis, that is confirmed through clinical and lab diagnosis. Then we have confirmation of epidemic existence, that yes, it is an epidemic, not an endemic. Then we have to define the population at risk. We have to find out the cases. We have to collect the data. Then analysis has to be done, hypothesis formulation, then hypothesis testing, then evaluation of factors and further investigations of population at risk, and then report writing and recommendations is being done. These are major 10 key phases in epidemic investigation. So in this chapter we have just described one by one and how are these done, right? So number one, like here we saw verification of diagnosis. So we have first step, verification of diagnosis, initial and foundational step. Here what are we doing? That we are just ensuring that the reported cases generally reflect the disease, right? And it is not the result of any misinterpretation of symptoms, public anxiety, or reporting errors. Number one, we have to just verify the diagnosis by the lab investigations. Okay, then we have to confirm the existence of an epidemic. Existing of an epidemic means the huge population is being affected by that disease at the same time. Okay, so existence of an epidemic, that we have to confirm. So this involves determining whether the observed number of cases exceeds the expected frequency for that population or not. So such comparison help us to distinguish between normal fluctuations in disease, and hence we can see that whether it is the epidemic or not. Then we have to define the population at risk. Population at risk means we will just first calculate certain numbers. We just calculate certain rates and ratios, like attack rates, case fatality rates. Then we'll also do the geographical mapping. We'll also do the population enumeration and everything. Then we have a detailed and up-to-date map, construct it manually, major roads, routes, what are the manageable sections in this, individual dwelling numbers for systematic data collection, and then we'll see that what area is being affected. Then after the area is being defined, we'll just calculate, or we will count the entire population which is being affected. So house to house census can also be done to gather the accurate data on age, sex, and household composition of that particular population. Then rapid search for all cases, and then documentation of those all cases. And this is done by medical survey, epidemiological case sheets, or searching for more cases can be done by the interviewing index cases. So by doing the medical survey, like those who are undergoing the lab test, the data can be collected from there. Then epidemiological case sheets means interview forms are there. We are collecting, or epidemiologists collect the data according to demography, exposure history, clinical details, and all. Then more cases are being searched. Active case findings are done. Daily surveillance for new cases are being conducted, so that we can have the clear picture on active cases. Then data analysis is done, right? Data analysis is done on the basis of time, like when there is peak period of epidemic, what is the temporal link between exposure and the disease onset. Place means the population being affected is having any individual like going outside that population or going outside that area, coming inside the area, means immigration and immigration both are being seen. Then person based, also person based means the age and the sex, population, occupation and socioeconomic status are being all evaluated, so that we can have a clear picture that the particular epidemic is epidemic in which group of people. Then hypothesis is formulated. This is temporary. Then we have to test the hypothesis, evaluate the ecological factors and environmental factors, like we have to investigate sanitation, hygiene standards, cleanliness of that food establishments, water supply system, milk products, population movement, atmospheric conditions, and presence of various vectors also. Then further investigation of population at risk is being done. Then we have to write the report, and then the findings of that report are being observed and then reported to the higher officials. So this is the epidemic, and the how the epidemic means report is being written and how it is investigated.